Don't spend major time with minor people. People doing nothing want you to do nothing with them.
You become like those that you hang around.
Remember this, is that people are time wasters, and the great majority of people have no goals, they have no priorities, they have no plans, they have no concern about becoming successful, and they think that you're the same. They think because their time isn't worth anything, that your time isn't worth anything also.
Here's my advice to you today. Walk away from the 97%. Don't talk like they talk. Don't act like they act. Don't go where they go. Don't specialize in what they specialize in. Throw away the blame lists they cling to.
People going nowhere want you to go nowhere with them. If you want to change your life, change your relationships. If you're earning $50,000 a year, take inventory of your 5 closest friends. That's about what they're earning. And you're not going to earn a penny more until you start hanging out with people that are earning $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year.
Surround yourself with winners. People with healthy mindsets will constantly inspire you to be the best, and your life will dramatically improve over time.
I found that you can win more when you surround yourself with more winners. I found that putting yourself in the environment of motivational, inspirational personnel, people that just want shit out of life. It's addictive. You get that, like that rubs off. So my surroundings changed. My ideas grew. My wants grew.
Start you a new life. Switch gears, switch language, switch ideas, switch strategy. Start with the simplest of disciplines. And don't bemean any of these disciplines. The smallest of disciplines starts the process of life change. And if you'll invest in this thing called discipline, you can have whatever you wish. It's called the beginning of a miracle.
You want to hang out with people that are vibrating on a very high level. You want to hang out with people that have a high frequency. You want to hang out with people that are constantly creating. You want to hang out with people that are outcome focused. You want to hang out with people that have non-negotiables. You want to hang out with people that have big dreams and visions, and they are just focused on achieving those visions. Those are the types of people that you want to hang out with.
There's no truer saying than this. You become like those that you hang around. It's an energy thing. You acclimate to your environment. It's important where you go and who you hang out with. Choose people that inspire you. Choose people that push you. People that cheer you, because those people you hang around, you're gonna become. Energy is super contagious. Choose your friends wisely. Choose your places wisely. Surround yourself with people who want you to become better, and your life will become better.
An eagle flies at a certain altitude, and the only other bird flies at that altitude is another eagle. So if he find himself flocking with pigeons, he may be flying too low. See, sometimes we asking ourselves, why my friends treating me like this? You hanging out with pigeons. Why they talking about me like this? Man, you hanging out with pigeons. Eagles ain't got time to gossip. Kings don't gossip. Fools party, kings celebrate.
One thing I learned in life, you can never bring somebody up if they don't want to go up. You can't. No matter how good you think you are, no matter how much you want to tell them, you can help them. If they don't want to go up, there's nothing you can do.
100%.
But the reverse is not true. Somebody bad could bring a good person down, because the negativity in the world is much more stronger than the positive sometimes. And the negative people can bring you down. So I stay away from negative people.
You're right.
I just walk away from them.
Most people are time wasters. They walk around with no plan. They walk around with no goals. They don't walk around with intention. They have no urgency with anything they do. And think about it. If you're motivated, if you have goals that you're striving for, you might have to wake up at a certain time. You might have to be consistent to a certain type of process. You might have to move with a certain intention. Time wasters, they're not going to be able to align with that. So inadvertently, they're going to sabotage what you have going on. You have to remove yourself from these people. You have to distance yourself. These people are often friends. These people are often family. These people are often people you're very familiar with. You're going to lose by association having these people in your life.
Most people, the bottom 80%, are lazy, and they're looking for an easy way. They're looking for a shortcut to be successful. And there aren't any. But if you do something repeatedly over and over, you develop a habit. So most people are in the habit of looking for easy ways to get the things they want. And they're surrounded by people who think the same way. You know, as much as 95% of your thinking is determined by the people that you associate with on a regular basis. If you associate with people who don't work hard, don't learn, socialize after work, then you become like them. You think like them, you talk like them, you dress like them, you marry them, and so you're married to someone who also has no ambition. And you raise children, and your children have no ambition. Just go to work and complain about your work. But top people associate with other top people. There is what you've heard about the law of attraction. And the law of attraction says that if you change the way you think, you start to attract new people into your life. You start to meet other people who think the same way.
Do you know the power of a negative person in your life? Do you know the power of a small thinking, entitled, negative person? How easily it is for them to destroy your life? You can be pissed, you can feel insecure, they make one comment, you go home, argue with your wife, you're pissed off at your kids, they did nothing wrong. The level of power negative people have, so many people underestimate. So for me, if you've already proven that you're negative multiple times, and you've proven you don't value the relationship, I don't take it personal. All I tell you is, dude, I respect you, I wish you nothing but the best, but we don't need to pursue this. God bless you. Go find somebody else. I'm okay with that.
You have to associate with successful people. You have to be in the physical space of other successful people. You actually pick up their energy and vibration. You watch and observe them. You listen to them, and you find out how they think, what they say, how they speak, and how they act, because it's different. And I thought, where can I find wealthy people? I know a couple towns away. I grew up in Lynn, Massachusetts, which was a blue-collar town. There was Marblehead and Swampscott. That was the rich area. I said, there's a country club there, Tedesco Country Club. I'm going to become a caddy because the only people that are members are rich. So I became a caddy, and I started hanging around all these rich guys. And I thought, they talk differently than my father and all his friends. They think differently than my father and all his friends. And they walk and talk, and they walk and act differently. They have this aura about them. But I also realized they're a normal human being, just like my dad. It's really, the difference is how they think and how they talk, which reflects in how they act and how they see themselves.
You have to get around people who are already doing the things that you want to do, or you got to get around people who have the same mindset as you. They may not be doing the same thing you want to do, but they have the same mindset as you. The Bible says when two or three come together, that's when he is in the midst. So when you can get a brother, a sister, a mentor, a loved one, someone who is thinking like you, or who has done what you want to do, in your presence, hold you accountable, you can win.
One of the biggest secrets to high achieving, high performing lifestyle is to surround yourself with the people doing it better, faster, smarter than you. And if you're operating from a place of love, because it's not about becoming better because you're gonna be better than someone or have this competition mindset. If you're coming from a place of love, you've already won because you see someone's success and that inspires you, which becomes your success. Someone's win becomes your win. Someone's loss, which isn't really a loss, becomes your lesson. And you can take it and you can use it, and it's all love. Everybody wins when everybody becomes more. And part of what surrounding yourself with giants does is you learn tips, you learn tricks, you have a mindset shift that changes things, right?
And especially get away from the losers. Get away from the no-hopers. Get away from the negative people, because these people will drag you down as surely as an anchor would drag you down if it was tied to your leg. David McClelland of Harvard found that 99% of the failure rate in life could be attributed to associating with people who were going nowhere. Because we're so strongly influenced by the people around us. We talk like them, we walk like them, we take on their attitude, their values, their beliefs, their expectations, even their self-concept. If we associate with negative people, critical people, cynical people, lazy people, people who waste their time, we will become exactly like them.
There's no truer saying than this. You become like who you hang around. It's an energy thing. So you will acclimate to your environment. It's important where you go, who you hang out with. Choose people that inspire you, that push you, that cheer you on, because the people you surround yourself with, you'll become like them. Energy is contagious. Choose your friends wisely. Choose your places wisely. Surround yourself with people who make you want to become better, and your life will become better.
High performers hold themselves to a higher standard than the one that they are given. That's the separator between great people and average people. That's the separator between earning a living and becoming wealthy. That's the separator between nobody knowing who you are and every single mother on the planet knowing who you are. You will never become great doing what's expected of you. You will only become great by holding yourself to a much higher standard than that. And that's going to come with criticism. Hey man, why you work so hard? Hey, you don't have to do that. You need to take a break. Yeah, if I want to be like you, that's what I need to do.
There's that saying that you're the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. And I'd actually say that's a pretty accurate statement. But what does that mean? Don't hang around with losers. Don't hang around with people that are getting in trouble. Hang around with people that are getting after it. Hang around with people that are winning, and that will encourage you to win too.
Most problems in life can be prevented or stopped by simply just hanging out with better people. If you ever have problems consistently filled in your life, the first place to look is in the mirror, and the second place to look is who you spend your time with. Certain types of people cause certain types of problems. The first way to assess any group or type of person is just simply by listening to the conversations that they have. This gives you a clear example on the things that they are thinking about. Have you ever been around a really successful, positive, and happy person? Do you notice that when you got there, whether it was dinner, an event, or you were just hanging out, by the end of it, you felt energized. You weren't drained. But when you go hang out with someone who always has a problem, who's always going through something, did you feel like $1 million after? Probably not. You felt drained, you felt tired, and you had no more energy. Now imagine if you only hung out with winners. Think how far you would go.
If you don't want to be like everyone else, if you want to stand out from the pack, if you want to be above average, why are you doing average things? Why are you adopting average habits? You can't do what an average person does and expect anything more than average. In order to live like nobody else does, you need to be willing to do what nobody else does. You can't do the same things that your friends do and expect a different result than your friends. Like if you truly want to stand out and you truly want to be exceptional, you're going to be eating salad while they're eating pizza. You're going to be drinking water while they're drinking alcohol. You're going to stay home while they go out. You need to be willing to be misunderstood, to be criticized. You might even lose a few friends. That's what it takes to stand out. You have to actually stand out in your actions, not just your words.
If you are around people with no ambition, no motivation, no discipline, basically not on shit, you are who you're around. You know what I'm saying? So put yourself around winners. And if there's no winners around you, there will be eventually, but cut out all the losers, bro. You're not gonna win with losers on your team. I was making shitty content when I was around shitty people. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? I put better people in my corner. Now I make better content.
Always surround yourself with people that are more successful than you, and also be curious, always ask questions. And I would say, take a sales position in anything, because when you do sales, you're interacting with people, you learn a lot. Everything almost in life is sales.
When you look at the penthouse, somebody lives there, right? Somebody paid for that. Yeah. What do they know that I don't know that allowed them to be there and not me? That is the question. It's not, oh, I need to work hard. No, it's maybe I knock on that guy's door. Has that ever occurred to you to literally go into a coffee shop full of millionaires and start making friends? How many millionaires are in your circle? If you're poor and you're hanging out with poor people, what do you expect is going to take place?
As often as possible, you want to be around people who are richer than you. Sounds obvious, kind of, but I don't think it's that obvious. You don't have to live next to them. You don't have to have their money. You just want to be around them because it is contagious in some ways. Ideas are contagious. And this ability to see into the future, I think, is contagious. If you think about it like you're driving in a car. The faster the car is going, the farther the headlights have to be able to peer into the future. Otherwise, you're going to blow off a cliff. And so I think when people are moving really fast, they have a lot of money and they have big risk to the things they do, their headlights are just a little bit farther than the rest of us. And so I got really lucky because I chose finance. Finance is full of people who are obsessed with money.
Make rich friends. I know how gross that sounds, but the studies are clear. If you hang out with wealthy people, you become wealthier. The number one indicator of your forward-looking income earning potential is if you have wealthy friends. The human species learns by mimicry. Our subconscious is constantly monitoring how those around us act, and we are heavily influenced by the people with whom we associate. So if you're trying to get rich, the implication is obvious. Again, see above, make rich friends. It may sound shallow, but finding and connecting with wealthy people will give you models of behavior for obtaining and living with wealth. This is especially important if you grew up as I did, without much money and without a lot of exposure to it. To be clear, I'm not suggesting you write off your childhood friends or cut ties with someone solely on the basis of their wealth or lack thereof. But the uncomfortable truth is that even once strong friendships can become toxic or hold you back, and not everyone grows out of immaturity. Do your subconscious a favor and give it the best possible examples to work from and to mimic. Make rich friends.